hey, it's Dr. B. Likely, the RA Warrior Chiropractor. So today we're going to go through some mobilizations that can be performed and should be performed before a workout, after a workout, and also during our recovery days. These are very important, especially for patients that are dealing with a specific type of arthritis, to help make sure that all of our joints are moving properly and they're also being stretched and taking to that full range of motion. This helps to ensure that we do not lose any ranges of motion in our joints, but also if we've already lost some ranges of motion, this process helps to restore that range of motion back to the joints. So be sure that if you're going to perform these, none of it should be painful. You should feel kind of a stretch. Your muscles may feel a little bit tired if you haven't held them in that position for a little while, but again, you shouldn't feel any pain. And if for any reason, if any of these exercises or movements should not be performed as said by a doctor that you've seen, then be sure to not do those exercises. And if you have any questions, you can go ahead, look at the description box below for all of my information. All right, let's get started. Okay, so the first joint we're going to start off with is our cervical spine, also called the neck. And so here we go. We're going to face to the side, and all we're going to do, arms can be down by your side or they can be resting right here. You're going to take your chin to your chest, hold for a second, look all the way up to the ceiling. We're going to do that 5 times total. Good. 2 and 3, making sure you're taking nice deep breaths through them and just relaxing the shoulders. 4 and 1 more, and 5. And now to continue the cervical spine, I'm going to look face forward just like this, and all I'm going to do is focus on taking my ears to my shoulders. So we're just going to go down as far as we can. Good. And that's 1. We're going to complete 5. 2, make sure when you're doing this, your shoulder isn't hiking up, but it's staying nice and relaxed. 3, good. Feeling a nice good stretch on the side here. 4, and 1 more. And 5. Good. Now the next one for the cervical spine are rotations. So just facing forward just like this. We're going to look to our side as far as we can. Good. And then the other way. 1. 5 of these. 2. Good. This is number 3. Good. 1 more. 4. Good. And 5. Good. And so that's all for the C-spine or the cervical spine. And now let's go ahead and go into the thoracolumbar spine. So for the thoracolumbar spine, what we'll do, we'll face forward just like this. All it is that first forward flexion and extension. You're going to bend over towards your toes as far as you can. And then you're going to reach back, hands on the hips, and nice and arch. Good. That's 1. Reaching forward. Good. 2. You should feel no pain throughout the back and the spine. You should just feel some good mobilization. 3. If you need to take it slower so you can really feel through all of the ranges in that spine. 4. 1 more. Good. And back. 5. Perfect. Now for the lateral flexions or the side bending of the thoracolumbar spine, hands down by your side. What I'm going to have you do is drag down towards the knee. 1. Good. We'll go the same the other way. Perfect. You should feel kind of a stretch through here, but also feeling the spine move nice and glide through. I believe that's 2, could be 3, but we'll add another one just in case. Perfect. 3. Good. 4. The goal is to get below the knee. This could be 5 or it could be 6, but 1 extra won't hurt. Good. 5. So that's for the cervical and thoracolumbar spine. So let's go ahead and get into the extremities. Okay, now first up for the extremities are the shoulders. We're going to start from top and end all the way to the bottom. So for the shoulders, we'll face to the side first. We want to go forwards and backwards. So our arms are going to be nice and straight. We're going to keep our thumbs pointed towards the sky. We're going to reach all the way up as high as we can. Good. and then all the way back. 1, perfect. Feeling a nice, good open stretch, and all the way back. 2, good. Make sure you're breathing nice and relaxed through this. 3, we shouldn't feel any pain or any stress on the joints. Perfect. 4, nice and controlled movements. And 1 more. 5, good. Now for this next one, they're shoulder abductions. We're going to be reaching out to the side just like this. So we're going to start here, arms nice and up, thumbs will touch together at the top. 1, good. 2, nice and controlled motions. 3, perfect. 2 more. 4, and let it all the way down. And last one. 5, good. Now for the next one on the shoulder, they're adductions. If you need to roll out the shoulders, you can. So what we'll do is we're going to start with one arm palm up in front of us. We're going to drag it across our body just like that. 1, perfect. 2, you should feel a nice, good open stretch on the back part of the shoulder. 3, good. Palm stays up. 4, and 1 more. 5, good. We'll do the same on the other side. Here. 1, good. 2, breathing nice and tall. 3, perfect. 4, good. And 1 more. And 5, good. Next one's going to be ins and outs. So our arms are going to be here like in a goalpost. We want to go palm down and then palm back. So palm down as far as we can, 1, and palm up, 2. That's just 1. Perfect. Now that's 2. And down. 3. Down. 4. And 1 more. And back up. 5. Perfect, and that's it for the shoulder. Now let's move on to the elbows. So for the elbows, we're going to want to go through 4 basic ranges of motion as well. So I'll stand to the side. The first one we're going to do, palms are going to remain facing up or facing towards the front of your body, okay? You're going to take your palms all the way to your shoulders as far as you can and stretch them all the way out. Good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 more, and 5. Perfect. Now for the elbows, what we want to do, thumbs are going to be pointed up just like this, as if you're giving someone a thumbs up. Fingers nice and straight, and we're going to go palms down and palms up. So palms down, all the way up, 1, as far as you can. Down, up 2, down, up 3, down, up 4. You may notice that one side is more flexible than the other. It's totally normal, it's okay. 5, it's totally normal to be more flexible on one side, but if you've noticed you're very flexible on one side compared to the other, or if the other side is giving you some pain, then we want to make sure we're working through that side some more, okay? Now for the wrist. So what we'll do, we're going to take our wrists, they're going to point down just like this, and then all the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. And then the wrists just like this. They can be whatever's more comfortable, palm down or palm up. What you're going to do is take your thumbs in and then your pinkies out. So thumbs in 1 and pinkies out 1. Good. And go. 2. Perfect. 3, 4, and 5. So that is the entire upper extremity. Now we're going to move on to the legs. Okay, so for the hip, we're going to take the knee as close to our chest as far as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, then switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now while we're already still here, we'll continue with this side of the hip. We're going to take our right leg, or we'll start with one leg, we're going to bend it up, and what we want to do is kick our foot out to the side. So just like this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You should feel a stretch around the inside of the hip there. 5. Good, and then switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Then we want to take this side. We're going to take the foot and go in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Then we'll switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now to finish off the hip, we are going to roll over to our stomachs. You can be on your elbows if that's more comfortable. And all we're going to do, this one might be a little bit tough, but we'll work through it. We're going to be lifting our leg up into the air. And so with that, it might be more comfortable to kind of get a position like this, because then we're just going to lift through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you need to bend the knee like this, that's totally fine. You can do it this way too. 1, 2, or you can keep it straight. 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. So that's the hip. On to the knee. So for the knee, what we'll do, you can stay propped up just like this. First, we're going to focus on, we keep one leg straight. We'll take the other leg and we're going to pull it towards our bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, 5. Good. Then we'll switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And then for the knee, the second part's really easy. We're just going to straighten our knee as far as we can. It'll be very subtle. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll do the same with the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now for this part of the knee, we're going to lay on our back again. And what we want to do, we're going to take our foot up just like this. We're going to focus on just our toe. So first we're going to turn the toe in. Very slight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Then we'll do the same on the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Then we're going to take back up the other leg. Now we're going to turn the toe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. So that was everything for the knee. Now for the ankle. So for the ankle, you can do this one or two ways. Sometimes it's easier to take your shoes off, but it's totally up to you. I like to kind of stay in this position here. And first, I'm going to show everything with this leg first so y'all can see it on the camera. But what we'll do is first we're going to take our toe to our shin as far as we can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And then the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Then we'll be here, and we're going to point our toe down as far as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now we're going to turn the toes in like this. We can do both at the same time. So it's going to be just like that. 1, 2. Again, I'm doing this with my toes. They're going in just like this. 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to turn my toes out, where they're going to fan out just like that. Almost as if I'm trying to show the bottom of my feet if someone was sitting on the side of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Then I like to finish off, I'll kick my shoes off because I can finish with toes and fingers. All that you're going to do really focused on here is with your hands, kind of making a fist and then opening up as far as you can, and the same thing with your toes. So you're going to crunch down and open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is all the mobilizations that I'll go over. We started with the cervical spine, thoracolumbar spine, went through the upper extremity and the lower extremity. Again, this is perfect to do before and after your workout, and then as you get used to it, you'll be able to really just move through a little bit quicker, but we want to make sure we're staying nice and controlled through those motions so that we're getting the proper stretch and the proper movement through the joint. So go ahead, you can send me an email, or if you do want to schedule a one-on-one with me, you can look at the description box below for all those details. I hope you'll have a great rest of y'all's day.